Hello everybody, happy Thursday. Let's go ahead and take a look at your national weather for the day. Now, if you haven't heard of him, his name is Pax. He's the winter storm that is sweeping through most of the East Coast today. Now we are seeing the tail end of the storm in the Carolinas, causing some icy conditions all the way up to New York, causing significant amounts of snow, up to 18 inches in certain parts. Now we are advising that you do stay off the roads, but if you do have to travel, make sure and allow plenty of time for your commute. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at your 3-day forecast. Don't tell our friends on the East Coast, but in LA they're going to have a warm 80 degrees today. Dallas also with a warm 64. We are experiencing some rain on the West Coast as well, with Seattle with a high of 53 and Washington at 37. And that's your look at the weather for the hour. Stay with us. We'll have more of your top headlines after the break. The Holder twins are really going to have to enjoy these last few moments together, because next year this duo is facing a fork in the road, with Elijah going to Stanford and Micah joining his brother King at San Diego State. Hello everyone, happy Monday. Let's go ahead and take a look at your national weather. So what we're seeing today is a cold Arctic blast moving its way through the northern states. This is being caused by a low pressure system through the jet stream going towards the East Coast. What we're going to see for this region right here is some freezing temperatures in the teens all the way down to single digits. Now this system is moving towards the East Coast. We're probably going to see some snow about midweek. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-day forecast. It is going to be a little bit chillier in the north. Anchorage at a high of 31. Chicago also chilly at 21. If we take a look a little further east, New York is going to be hit by this cold weather with a high of 38. And that's your weather for the hour. Stay with us. We'll have more of your top headlines after the break.
The celebration of Memorial Day is a historic holiday in America, dating back to the time of the Civil War. The first time our country celebrated was on May 1st, 1865. Since then, it has become an annual tradition all over the country. On Memorial Day, family and friends gather with flowers and flags to pay their respects to America's war heroes. This weekend, a group of service members received a special honor by getting sworn in at the September 11th Memorial Museum. The museum is not only the site of Ground Zero, it is also a patriotic symbol of unity.
It was very sentimental, especially this is my first time here to the memorial, so something I can't really explain in words. Very heartfelt, sad, and proud at the same time.
And in Washington, D.C., Congressman Darrell Issa had a few words to say about what this holiday means to him and to our military members worldwide.
I'm Congressman Darrell Issa. I'm also an Army vet, and Memorial Day means a great deal to me in two ways. It is both somber and a holiday. It's a time for celebrating the freedom we enjoy because of the men and women in uniform who have gone in harm's way on our behalf. And it's somber because year after year, we face the effects of war, wounded warriors, people who come home that need our continued care. So this year, more than any other Memorial Day, let's think about our veterans. Let's think about getting it right at the various veterans hospitals and treating these warriors who came home with challenges the way we would want to be treated.
From all of us here at One America, have a happy Memorial Day.
Hello everyone, happy Thursday. Let's go ahead and take a look at your national weather. Now today there is a severe weather warning in effect for the Midwest region. As you can see, Winter Storm Seneca is moving her way from the Rockies into the Ohio Valley, which is going to create some blizzard-like conditions for this entire region, with pockets of snow up into Wisconsin at about a foot. We're also going to see some dangerous winds brewing in this area, creating a tornado watch for today. So definitely be careful if you're headed out and about. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-day forecast. At the tail end of the storm, Denver is going to see a high of 38. Chicago also hit by the storm with a high of 48. Let's take a look at our friends on the West Coast. Nice, warm and sunny in the Bay Area at a high of 61 in San Francisco. And that's your weather for the hour. Stay with us. We'll have more of your top headlines after the break.
Throughout California's desperately dry Central Valley, some residents with water to spare have found a way to cash in on California's debilitating drought. This year's dry summer has forced many of the Golden State's farmers to lay off workers and has left their fields uncultivated. But 2 water districts and a pair of landowners in the heart of the state's farmland are making millions of dollars by auctioning off their private reserves. According to state records, nearly 40 other private parties are also seeking to sell their surplus water this year. Economists say it's been decades since the water market has been this high. In the last 5 years alone, the price has grown as much as $2,200 an acre foot, which is enough to cover an entire football field with a foot of water. But unlike the previous drought from 2007 to 2009, the state has been mostly hands-off, letting the market set the price, even though severe shortages prompted a statewide drought emergency declaration this year. Youtsey, One America News.
So we're going to move into the mid-70s, all the way up to 85 on Sunday. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend, perfect for all of those Mother Day plans. So that's it for weather. Back to you guys at the deck. We're still following the storm that wreaked havoc on the Midwest yesterday, causing 2 tornadoes in Illinois. As you can tell, the system has moved east, affecting parts of New Jersey all the way down to the Florida Panhandle. This area is going to be seeing lots of rain, some high wind gusts, as well as thunderstorms. There's also a tornado watch in effect through today, but the good news is this system should be clearing the coast by later this afternoon. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-day forecast. And in other parts of the country, it's going to be gorgeous. LA high of 82, Dallas high of 68, and our friends in Miami, partly cloudy but still warm at 84. Bay Area nice at 63 in San Francisco. And that's a look at your weather for the hour. Stay with us. We'll have more of your top headlines after the break.
He's also a billionaire and top Obama supporter. In fact, in 2012, he donated $2 million to the Obama re-election campaign, which made him the second highest donor at that time.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Let's go ahead and take a look at your national weather. Now, we're still seeing freezing temperatures up in the northern states, with lows all the way down in the negative double digits. We're also seeing rain in parts of Florida and a layer of snow in the northern Ohio Valley up into New York. But what I do want to draw your attention to is the West Coast. It's finally going to feel like winter. We're seeing showers and even ice up in Washington. Now, that's going to last today and into tomorrow evening. But wait for it. Winter Storm Titan is brewing off the coast and will be hitting the western states tomorrow evening and into the weekend. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-day forecast. Bundle up in Chicago with a high of 11. Los Angeles seeing the rain today, partly cloudy with a high of 67. And if we take a look at our other friends on the West Coast, San Francisco and Seattle both in the 50s today, getting some much needed rain. And that's a look at your weather for the hour. Stay with us. We'll have more of your top headlines after the break.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Obama's gotta go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Obama's gotta go!
President Obama made his way to the West Coast this week, visiting some of California's biggest cities. It's all part of the president's West Coast Swing Tour, which started in Los Angeles and continued to San Diego and the Silicon Valley. While in San Diego, Obama paid a special visit to a close friend and supporter. The president attended a special lunch fundraiser at the home of Irwin Jacobs in the affluent neighborhood of La Jolla. Jacobs is not only the co-founder of Qualcomm, he is also a billionaire and big-time Obama supporter. In fact, in 2012, he donated $2 million to Obama's re-election campaign, making him the second highest donor at that time. And it is no coincidence that Obama is visiting Jacobs the same week that the president announced a plan that will give illegal immigrants even easier access to jobs, which goes hand in hand with companies like Qualcomm. But not everyone was happy to see Obama. Dozens of protesters gathered on the streets near Irwin Jacobs' La Jolla mansion with a clear message for the president.
Having been in the military 24 years and having a commander-in-chief totally leave you without any help, it's really troubling whether you're Democrat or Republican. You should want to know not only why, but you should be upset about that.
These protesters say they want Obama far from the White House. In fact, they want him impeached. They say they're tired of Obama's lawless and anti-American policies that are ruining our way of life, even comparing Obama's leadership to the mafia. These people want answers, and they said they will not stop until they get them. Youtsey, One America News.
Hello everyone, happy Friday. Let's go ahead and take a look at your national weather. Now I do have some good news for our friends on the East Coast. We're going to see some dry conditions today, but it is still going to be chilly in the north from the freezing temperatures that are going to last through next week. But as we head down in the Carolinas, down to Florida, we're going to be in the 50s and 60s today. So definitely enjoy that while it lasts, because Winter Storm Titan is brewing off the coast and pushing inland, causing a significant amount of snow in the north, up to 6 inches, also some ice and then rain down in Oklahoma. But the main part of the storm is going to be on the west coast from California all the way down into the Rockies. Now California is getting hit from San Francisco all the way down to San Diego with some snow in the Sierra Nevadas and into Big Bear. We're going to see about 2 to 5 inches of rain today. So be careful if you're out on the roads, because these conditions can cause some serious flash floods and mudslides. Now the system will be lasting through the weekend and pushing east. So we're going to see significant amounts of rain and snow for the Midwest and East Coast by Monday. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-day forecast. Honolulu getting hit by the storm with some showers, but the tropical heat with the high of 81. Denver also some showers at a high of 54. Our friends in San Francisco, grab an umbrella. It's going to be rainy, but with a high of 58. And in New York, it's going to be a little chilly with a high of 19 degrees, but at least it's dry. And that's your weather for the hour. Stay with us. We'll have more of your top headlines after the break.